morning, students. Today, our topic is regarding principle of steel making. So we make the steels from the pig iron. So we will remove the impurities from the pig iron, such as your iron, your carbon, silicon, manganese, phosphorus, and sulfur. These are the impurities which is removed during the steel making process by different steel making process. So so basic principle, what is the principle, what is happening in the steel making? That is your removal of the impurities. What are the impurities? Impurities, impurities in pig iron. Your pig iron, that is your carbon, silicon, manganese, and phosphorus and sulfur. So we will remove these impurities from the pig iron to make steels. So during the process, we will supply the air or oxygen to make the steels. So here the following chemical reactions take place for removal of the impurities. So what are the reactions? First is your iron or Fe reacts with oxygen to make iron oxides. Then carbon reacts with oxygen to form carbon monoxide. This is a gaseous product and it will go out. And similarly, silicon reacts with oxygen to form SiO2. It is a liquid state. Similarly, manganese reacts with oxygen to form manganese oxide. This is also liquid state. All these are bracket means it is liquid state. This is gaseous state. So that will go out, and this will remains in form of a slag in the steel making process. Similarly, phosphorus reacts with the oxygen to form phosphorus pentoxides. So this is sulfur reacts with the lime, that is CSO. This is a take place in the reducing atmosphere. Generally, sulfur is removed in reducing atmosphere. All this one, two, three, four, five reactions take in the oxidizing atmospheres. So to make this is a oxidation process. This is totally it is a your oxidation process. Oxidation process. So in this oxidation process, what happens? So all these impurities get oxidized. Simultaneously, iron also get oxidized. All these impurities like this is a impurity, this is a impurity, this is impurities. So this is impurities get oxidized. Simultaneously, iron also get oxidized. So for this all these reactions, so we will supply the oxygen. Oxygen is supplied in a different process. This is Bessemer process. It is totally air is supplied, and in your pure oxygen in the LD process we are supplying. Sometimes in open earth process we are also charging iron ore as a oxidizing medium. So different way this oxygen is supplied. This oxygen is with a outside thing that we will supply. So to make this process this make process feasible or to make this process completely efficiently. So this reaction should be always in forward direction. The reaction as per law of mass action. So this reaction should be in the forward. It should not be backward directions. So backward direction means again a diversion of the elements to the your steels. So that way we will make a conditions, we will make a system such that all the reaction take place in the forward directions. So to make the reaction forward directions according to the law of mass actions, these activity activities of the reactants, activities of the reactants, activities of the reactants should be we should increase it. So if we suppose take this reaction to take place in the direction, so we have to what is the reactants? Reactants is carbon, this is oxygen, and here in this reaction this is silicon, and all these are reactants. So to first we have to increase the activities of reactants. How will increase? So first these the activities of these impurities are fixed. So nothing is can we do for it. Only we can increase the activity of oxygens. So if you increase the activity of this reactant side, then the reaction will be forward. So to increase this activity of the reactants, so only we can increase the activity of the oxygens. So how we can increase the activity of oxygens? We will consider the activity of different oxygens. You see, activity of oxygen in air is 0.21 and pure oxygen that is 1, and in case of iron ore it is 10 to the power minus 6 to 10 to the power minus 8. This is the activity of oxygens. So this is, you see, the in case of air it is 0.21, it is 10 to the power minus 6. So this is the maximum activity is here. So that in that case we will only charge the pure oxygens. What is adopting in the LD process, we are giving the pure oxygens. So once this activity is improved into pure oxygen state or it is one, then this from that side we cannot increase more further the activity. Then it will be fixed from the reactant sides. Then we can, what we can do at the reaction further stable and forward. So to make this product side, the reactant activity of the product should be lower. So how can we can make? So activity of the product to be low. So activity of the product to be low, we can make it low. So this is the activity of, this is the product. So we can, how can they decrease the product activity? So by adding the flux, we have to add the flux. We have to add the flux. If we will add the flux, then activity is lower and it will form by reacting with the flux with impurities. Flux with impurities, that is makes slag. And this is flowed in the steel making process in two layers. That is, one layer is your slag and another is steel. So it becomes two process, two layers. So steel and slag, they are making two process. So when we will add the flux, so first what happens? The silicon and react with the two, that will form silicon oxide, that is acid oxide, and manganese, that is basic oxide, and this is also iron oxide, this is also basic. So first the product will first suppose first what happens, this basic oxides, that is suppose basic oxides means your iron oxide plus MnO, this is basic oxide combined with the silica, acid oxide to form your slag, CO. This is form, FeO, MnO, SiO. This is one will be slag. So during the initial stage, this slag is formed and removed by the manganese oxide silicon. All the impurities are removed in the first stage. Next stage is your, we will go to this removal of the phosphorus. That phosphorus, in the phosphorus reaction, what happens? In the phosphorus reactions, what happens? So in the phosphorus, that is the reaction is 2P plus 5O. This is 5O. That is P2O5. This is formed. Then we will add the CaO plus P2O5. That is formed CaO P2O5. This is also slag. So in this form, we can, the lime reacts with the phosphorus pentoxides to form a slag. The second stage is generally removed. So simultaneously phosphorus and manganese oxide all removed in the oxidizing atmosphere, where sulfur is removed in your reducing atmospheres. To so improve the efficiency of the process, to remove all the impurities, we want to increase the activities and decrease the activities of the product side, increase the activity. So this is the basic principles of how we will make the steels from the pig irons. Okay.